121 Stat 338 Public Law 11053 August 3rd 2007 Title 7 Strengthening of Efforts to Prevent Terrorism Travel Subtitle A Terrorism Travel Section 701 Reported International Collaboration to Increase the Border Security Enhance Global Document Security Exchange Terrorism Information. A report required no later than 270 days after the date of an enactment of this act, the Secretary of State of Secretary of Homeland Security, in conjunction with the Director of National Intelligence, head of the appropriate federal department's agency, shall submit the appropriate congressional committees a report on efforts of the government of the United States collaborate with international partners of the allies of the United States to increase the border. Secretary enhance global documentation. Secretary exchange of terrorism information. B components report required to subsection A outline one of the presidential directives, program strategies for carrying out the increasing under United States government efforts, describing subsection A through to the goals and objectives for each of these efforts. 3. The progress made by each of these efforts, and 4. The projected timelines for each of these efforts become fully functional and effective. See the definition in this section. The term appropriate congressional committees means the Committee of the Foreign Affairs, the Committee on the Homeland Security, Committee of the Judiciary, and the Permanent and select committees intelligent and of the House of Representatives, the Committee of Foreign Relationships, Committee of Homeland Security, Governmental Affairs, the Committee of the Judiciary, Select Committee, and the Intelligence of the Senate. So subtitle B, the visa waiver. This side says the Secretary of Travel and the Counterterrorism Partnership Act 2007, 8 United States Code 1101 note and 1187 note. Section 11, Section 711 Modernization of Visa Waiver Program. A short title of the section may be cited by the Secure Travel Counterterrorism Partnership Act of 2007. B. The sense of Congress. In the sense of Congress that the United States should modernize, strengthen security of the visa waiver under the Section 217, the Immigration National Act of 8 United States Code 1187, between simultaneously A. enhancing program security requirements, B. extending visa travel privileges. National foreign countries are partners in war on terrorism. They are actively cooperating with the United States in preventing terrorism travel, including the sharing of counterterrorism law enforcement information. One whose in national demonstration that compliance with provision integration national act regarding purposes, duration, and mission of the United States. The modernization described in paragraph 1 of the will A. enhance the bilateral cooperation of critical counterterrorism information initiatives. B. The support of expanding terrorism business opportunities, enhancing long-term economical competitiveness. C. And strengthen bilateral relationship. Discretionary visa waiver program expansion. Section 217C. The Migration National Act of 8 United States Code 1187C is amending and adding in the end of the following new paragraphs: non-immigration refusal rate flexibility. A. Certification in general on the date of which the air system is places verified departure, and not less than 97% of the foreign views who exit the airports in the United States, and the electronic travel authorization required under the subsection H and 3. Full operational. Secretary Homeland Security shall certify the Congress such an exact air exit system, electronic travel authorization systems in place. Notification to Congress. Secretary shall notify Congress in writing on the date on which the air exists in the system with one its clauses and one's full satisfies the biometrical requirements specified in the subsection 1. 2. Separate temporary suspension waiver authority. Notwithstanding certification made on this class, the Secretary has not been made Congress accordance with clause 2 of the subsection by January 30th, 2009. Subsection waiver authority on certain subparagraphs shall be suspended by beginning in June 1st in 2009. B shall be supposed at the beginning of July 1st, 2009, until time as the Secretary makes notification. 4. The rule of construction. Nothing in this paragraph shall be constructed as in any abrogating or report requirements under subsection I3. B. The waiver is certification of Secretary under paragraph A. The Secretary consulting with the Secretary of State may waive the application paragraph 2A for the country if the one in the country meets all Secretary requirements. 2. The Secretary of Homeland Security determines the totality of the country's security risk and mitigation and provides association with the counterterrorism. Countries participating in the program would not compromise law enforcement security interests of the enforcement and immigration to the United States. 3. There is a sustained reduction in the rate of refusal non-immigration visas and for the nationals of countries' conditions exist to continue such reduction. 4. The country cooperated with the government of the United States counterterrorism initiatives, information prevention, terrorism travel. The date of designation of program country, Secretary of Homeland Security, the Secretary of State determines such cooperation will continue. And 5-1, the rate of refusal non-immigration visa nationals of the country during the previous full fiscal years was not more than 10%. Or 2, the visa outstays for their outer country previous full official years and does not exceed the maximum visa out of stay. One such rate established under subparagraph C, maximum overstay rate 1, and requirements to establish is after certification security under the subparagraph A, and the Secretary of State show all information to the air existing system and refer to the subparagraph A to establish the maximum visa oversight or stay and the relation rate the countries participating in the program persistent with the value waiver under the subparagraph B, and the Secretary of Homeland Security shall certify the Congress should rate the compromise of the law enforcement and Secretary interest in enforcement of the immigration of the law of the United States. 2, the visa the overstay rate defined in paragraph of the term visa overstay rate means the respective to the country of the ratio of 1 the total number of nationals of the country were admitted to the United States on the basis of non-immigration visa whose period is authorized stays and ending of the fiscal year, but in whose remained unlawful and unstated beyond the such periods. 2, the total number of nationals and countries were admitted to the United States on the basis of non-immigration during that fiscal year. The Federal Register publication of the 3 report and publication. The Secretary of the Homeland Security shall, on the same day, submit the Congress publish in the Federal Register information relating to maximum visa overstay. The rate of established under the clause no later than 60 days after such day that the Secretary shall finally maximize visa overstay above which a country may not participate in the program. Discretion Secretary related in consideration to determine whether to waive the application paragraph 2A of the country pursuant to the paragraph 8 and paragraph 8 in the Secretary of Homeland Security and consultant with the Secretary of State shall take the consideration other than the facts affecting the Secretary of the United States, including A, the airport security standards in the country, B, whether the country assisted in the operation of the effective air marshal program, C, the standards, passports, travel documentations issued in country, D, the other Secretary-related factors, including the country's cooperation with the United States initiatives towards the combating terrorism, country's cooperation with the United States intelligence community, and sharing information regarding terrorist threats. Secretary enhanced to the visa waiver program in General 217 of the Migration National Act of 1888 United States Code 1187 is amended. A, the subsection A in the flesh text, the following paragraphs 9 and 1 striking the operation of the air effect, inserting the following B10 the electrical transmission of the identificational information operators and aircraft. 2, adding the following new paragraph 211 the eligibility determining the electronic travel authorization beginning on the date of the electronic travel authorization developed in subparagraph H3. The fully operational each alien traveling under the paragraph shall be applying for the admission of the United States electronically provided by system biographical information, other information, Secretary of Homeland Security, and shall determine necessary to determine the eligibility or whether the existence of law enforcement or security risks of permitting the alien to travel in the United States. Upon the review of biographical information, the Secretary of Homeland Security shall determine whether the alien is eligible for the travel in the United States program under the program. B in subsection C, 1 paragraph 2. 1. The amending of subparagraph D is to read as follows. D. The report of stolen passports. The government of the country enters an agreement of the United States and reports to make it available through the Interpol or other means designed to the Secretary of Homeland Security, United States government information that's lost for the passports within the second strike of time limit on the manner specified of the agreement. And 2. Adding the end of the following subparagraph. E. The reparations of aliens. The government of the country accepts the reparation of any citizen, former citizen, national of the country against the final executable under the removal is used in no later than 3 weeks in the issuance of final order of the remove. Nothing in subparagraph creates any duty of the United States or any right for the alien within the respects removal release. Not any subparagraph given the right is to any cause of the action claiming the under the paragraph and under the law any official under the United States of any state to compel the release or removal consideration of the release or removal of the alien passenger information exchange. The government of the country enters the agreement within the United States to share the information regarding with the citizens, nationals of the country traveling in the United States, representation of threat of Secretary of Welfare of the United States as a citizen, and two, in paragraph 5, one is striking a general each place it appears and inserting the Secretary of Homeland Security, and two in paragraph A1 and AA the subclause 2 the striking and at the end of BB in subclause 3 the AA striking in Committee on International Relations inserting the Committee of Foreign Affairs and Committee of Homeland Security striking the Committee of Foreign Relationships inserting the Committee of Foreign Relationships and Committee of Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs, and BB striking the period at the end of the inserting and the end CC at the end of the following new clauses. Reports of 4 that shall commit the Congress a report regarding the implementation of electronic authorization system under the section H3, the participation of new countries in program waiver under the paragraph 8 and the 3 the subparagraph B and adding at the end of the following of the new clause 4 the program suspension authority. The Director of National Intelligence shall immediately inform Secretary of Homeland Security of any country and credible threat of the posing imminent danger to the United States citizen originates and coordinate country participating visa waiver program upon receiving notification of the Secretary consulting with the Secretary of State. One may be suspended the country visa waiver program within the prior notice. Notification shall notify the country suspended under subparagraph clause, extent practicable with the disclosing sensitive intelligence service of the methods providing justification of suspension. 3. They shall restore the suspended country participating visa war waiver program upon the determination of the threat no longer possess an imminent danger in the United States or its citizens. And 3. And adding the following new paragraphs. And 10 is technical assistance to the Secretary of Homeland Security. A consultation with the Secretary of State shall provide technical assistance to the program countries to assist the countries to meet in meeting requirements under the section that the Secretary of Homeland Security shall ensure the program office of the Department of Homeland Security is adequately staffed and has resourced to able to provide the technical assistance in addition to the duties to effectively monitor compliance with the country participating in the program within all the requirements of the program. 11. The individual review in general prior to the admission of the new country program in the section conjunction with the period elevations required to the subsection C5A. The Director of National Intelligence shall conduct an independent intelligence assessment nominated country name member of the program reporting requirements. Director shall provide the Secretary of Homeland Security, Secretary of the State, Attorney General, independent intelligence assessment required under subparagraph A. C. Continent's independent intelligence assessment conducted by the Director shall include A1 the review of the current credible terrorist threat of the subject country and evolution of the subject countries and counterterrorism efforts, evolution and extent of the country sharing the information beneficial to suppression of terrorism movements and actions. 4. The assessment of the risk associated with including subject country and program. And 5. Recommendations to mitigate risk identified in clauses 4 and C. Subsection D. In striking the Attorney General inserting the Secretary of Homeland Security, and B. By adding the following new sentence. The Secretary of Homeland Security may not waive the eligible requirement of under this section. The Secretary notifies with respect of the House of Representatives committed to the Homeland Security of the Committee of Judiciary, the Committee of Homeland on Foreign Affairs, the Committee of Appropriations, the aspect of the Senate of Committee of Homeland Security, Governmental Affairs, the Committee of the Judiciary, Committee of the Foreign Relationships, the Committee of Appropriations not later than 30 days before the effective date of the waiver. D is subsection 5F, and striking the Attorney General each place is appearing and inserting as Secretary of Homeland Security, and 3 the striking of a blank and inserting or loss of in the subsection H, adding the following new paragraph. 3. Electronic travel authorization system. A system the Secretary of Homeland Security consulting with the Secretary of State shall develop an implementation of fully automatic electronic travel authorization system referred to the paragraph and system selected. Biographical information Secretary of Homeland Security determines and Secretary of Homeland Security determines necessary to determine the advancement of travel eligible other than whether the exist of loss of enforcement security risk of pertaining to the alien to the travel in the United States. The fees of the Secretary of Homeland Security may be charged under the fee. The use of the system shall be one set and will they recover in the full cost of providing administration system. 3. The available paid to the cost incurred in administration system. C. The validity. 1. The period. The Homeland Security consultant with the Secretary shall be prescribed regulations to provide the period not to exceed 3 years during the determination eligible to travel. The program will be valid, notwithstanding other than the provisions under the section. Secretary Homeland Security may revoke any such determination at any time and any reason. 2. The limitation determined by the Secretary of Homeland Security that an alien is eligible for travel in the United States under the program is not determined by the alien or admissible to the United States. 3. The non-determination visa eligible is determined by the Secretary of Homeland Security of the alien who applied for authorization to travel the United States through the system is not eligible to travel under the program. Is determination eligible for the visas travel for the United States and shall not preclude alien in applying for the visa. Judicial review notwithstanding any provision of law, no court with jurisdiction to review the eligible determination under the system. D. Report no later than 60 days before publishing regarding implementation system into the Federal Register. The Secretary of Homeland Security shall submit the report regarding the implementation of the system. 1. Committee of the Homeland Security of the House of Representatives, the Committee of Judiciary, House of Representatives. 3. The Committee of Foreign Affairs of the House of Representatives. 4. The Permanent Select Committee of Intelligence of the House of Representatives. 5. The Committee of Appropriations of the House of Representatives. 6. The Committee of Homeland Security and the Governmental Affairs of the Senate. 7. The Committee of Judiciary, Senate 8. The Committee of Foreign Relations of the Senate. Section 9. The Select Committee of the Intelligence of the Senate. Section 10. The Committee of Appropriations of the Senate. 5. F. The adding of the following subsection on is existing system in general no later than 1 year after the date. The deadline of the enactment of subsection of the Secretary of Homeland Security shall establish an existing system of the records Department of Flight leaving the United States of every participant pertaining visa waiver program established under the section partition system. 2. The system requirements. The system established under the paragraph 1 shall a. match the biometric information of the alien against relevant watch list of immigration information. B. Such biometrical information managed and collected by the air carriers on the passengers departing the United States to confirm such aliens have departed from the United States. 3. The report no later than 100 days after the date of an enactment in subsection the Secretary shall submit to the Congress a report that describes a. the progress of the developing and deploying of the existing system established under the subsection A while subsection A and B. The procedures which Secretary shall improve the methods of calculation rates of immigration whose oversight or overstay is their authorized period of stay in the United States. 2. The effective subsection 217A11 as the Immigration National Act is added into 1A2 and shall be taken effectively to the date 60 days after the date of which the Secretary of Homeland Security publishes notices the Federal Register requirement under the subparagraph. Under such paragraph, Federal Register Publication 8, United States Code 1187. Note: Authorization appropriations. The authorized to be appropriated Secretary of Homeland such as may be necessary to carry out such a section and amended and made by the section. 121, Stat 346, Public Law 110, 53, August 3rd, 2007, Subtitle C, Strengthening of Terrorism Prevention.